Have you ever wondered why the moon changes its shape night after night? It's a fascinating spectacle, isn't it? This celestial dance is a result of an intriguing interplay of illumination and perspective, the cyclical moon phases, the enigmatic dark side of the moon, and the rare yet mesmerizing moon eclipse. Each aspect contributes to the moon's ever-changing silhouette in our night sky. So, buckle up, stargazers. In the next few minutes, you will uncover the secrets behind the moon's shape-shifting dance. To understand the moon's changing shape, we first need to grasp two key concepts: illumination and perspective. Picture this. The moon, our closest cosmic neighbor, is always half illuminated by the sun, much like a bright day on one side and a dark night on the other. However, we don't always see this fully illuminated half, and here's why. The moon is constantly on the move, orbiting our planet, and as it does, our view from Earth changes. Sometimes we see more of the sunlit half, and sometimes we see less, giving the impression that the moon is changing shape. Imagine looking at a spinning globe with a single spotlight on it, and you'll get the idea. It's not magic, nor is it a grand celestial illusion. It's simply a matter of light and perspective. So it's all about light and perspective. But what does this mean in practice? Let's delve into the phases of the moon. The moon's dance in the sky is a cycle of phases, each revealing a different portion of the moon. This celestial ballet begins with the new moon, when the moon is positioned between the Earth and the sun, making it nearly invisible to us. As days pass, the moon moves in its orbit, and a slender crescent becomes visible. This phase is known as the waxing crescent. The moon continues its journey, and when half of it is illuminated, we call it the first quarter. As more than half becomes visible, we move into the waxing gibbous phase. The crescendo of this spectacle is the full moon, a sight to behold when the entire face of the moon is aglow. However, the show isn't over. The moon then starts to wane, moving through the waning gibbous, third quarter and waning crescent phases, before disappearing once again into the new moon phase. With this understanding of moon phases, we can now explore the intriguing concept of the dark side of the moon. The dark side of the moon is not a Pink Floyd album only. It's a real thing. Yes, you heard that right. There is indeed a side of the moon perpetually hidden from our view, but not for the reasons you might think. This elusive part of the moon isn't shrouded in eternal darkness, as the term dark side might suggest. In fact, it receives just as much sunlight as the face we're familiar with. The reason we never see it from Earth is because of a phenomenon known as synchronous rotation. You see, the moon takes about 27 days to orbit the Earth, and interestingly enough, it takes the same amount of time to rotate on its axis. This means the moon always presents the same face to us, while the other half, the so-called dark side, remains out of sight, facing the vast expanse of the cosmos. Now that we've demystified the dark side of the moon, let's move on to the spectacular event of a moon eclipse. Every so often we witness an awe-inspiring event, a moon eclipse. This celestial spectacle occurs when the Earth positions itself directly between the sun and the moon, casting a shadow that veils the moon from our view. It's a cosmic game of hide and seek, with Earth playing the spoiler, blocking sunlight from reaching the moon. The result, an enchanting transformation of the moon from its usual bright white glow to a mysterious muted hue. Yet not all moon eclipses are created equal. In a partial lunar eclipse, only a portion of the moon is shrouded in Earth's shadow. It's as if the moon has been partially erased from the night sky. A total lunar eclipse, on the other hand, sees the entire moon cloaked in shadow, completely changing its appearance for a brief period of time. So, the next time you gaze at the moon, you'll appreciate the cosmic dance that gives it its ever-changing shape. The moon's changing shape is not a whimsical act, but a beautiful result of illumination, perspective, and the moon's orbit. We've journeyed through the influence of light and viewpoint, the cyclic phases of the moon, the enigmatic dark side, and the awe-inspiring moon eclipses. All these elements intertwine, creating the lunar spectacle we witness. So, next time you look up at the night sky, remember the dance of light and shadow that makes our moon the captivating spectacle it is.